Hello, it is season 2.5 as I call it, and we are here with the giant raid unlock. It is coming soon, so stay tuned for the full raid guide and commentary as we kill it on the PC client, guys. Hello, so yes, we are going over the giant raid today. Obviously, I'm going to have a full gameplay commentary straight after this opening, so remember guys, subscribe, comment and like to the channel for all the daily content that comes to the channel. I'm covering everything you're going to need to know with the game, that is raids, pairings, alliances, just everything in the game. I'm trying to be the Wikipedia for all of you guys, so if you ever need information, it's always here, right? So this is the giant raid. If you've never competed in here before, as you can see, it's split up almost into like a triangle. So you got these three little fire pits here. So you got one here, you got a second one here, and a third one here. The way the raid works is as the giant does get lower, he becomes invulnerable, and when he becomes invulnerable, in one of these pockets will be a shaman, and you basically kill the shaman, and then that's the phase over. And that's basically all you need to know. There's going to be some big moves you're going to need to dodge. You can see the big, AoE cycle, so obviously it's down to you to dodge those. But obviously when we get into the gameplay, I'm going to showcase all of that in the gameplay part. So obviously my pairing I have brought today is a Neeko Gwanwyn pairing. As you can see, I've got Gwanwyn as the primary. The reason why is I'm running my precision tree. As you can see, this is what I'm going to be running for raids only. Once this gets finished, as you can see, got nearly 5 points here. Be finishing off the little 10 points in the normal crit bonus, and then for the raids you want Mark of War, and then when I get more levels I'll be putting it into these points, into impressible and the fragility, and then getting some more rage gen, right? So that'll be my raid build if you're looking for the raid build, and I've got it on Gwanwyn. Obviously my Neeko, just to showcase before we get into the raid, is got the PvP build on, so that's why we don't want to use him in the primary slot at the moment. But you could obviously use it. It's still a really good page. It still does a load of damage because it's about skill cycling. So it is whatever you want to bring. But that's what I'm bringing. That's the archers. Obviously, if you're bringing a mage, it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to be running someone like Valen with like a wild deer, and you can put the wild deer as the primary, so you get the skill tree. And the reason is, if you go into talents, you can run a skill tree like this, and this makes you a massive rage generator as a mage, meaning you fire off as many skills as possible. Obviously getting the mitigation of the behemoth's health is really good, and getting the skill crit on your skills is even more powerful, especially when you've got a wild deer Valen. But obviously if you've got Lilia like me, you can run Lilia with Valen instead, and it's just as good. So it's probably even better, should I say, because you get the skill crit bonus on all of the Lilia skills, right? So that's all the combos you're going to need to know, and hopefully in the next part will be the raid gameplay. As you can see, we've got 3 minutes to wait, so we've got to wait for these gates. But obviously this is going to be the super server unlock, so there's us guys taking it. There's going to be other guys like GRZ most likely taking it. We can have a look if they are. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, there's another alliance going for it. Zoom out. Let's go up to Sephiroth because I've gone up into here as well. SS1. Let's see if it's this one. As you can see, it is. So everyone's going for it. It's going to be a very competitive race, because obviously if you don't know, the quicker you get this killed, it means the quicker the elite raid unlocks for your alliance, meaning the quicker your alliance can be the first to unlock the giant frame. And if you don't know what we're talking about here, obviously if we go onto my frames really quickly, you could be unlocking this giant frame right here if you are able to get in the first 40 members of the elite raid and kill it. So as you can see, we've got all of them apart from the Necro, so we're hoping to get this season. But yeah, that is everything you're gonna need to know. The whole shebang, SSS1 competitive scene. As you can see, everyone's going for it, so it's gonna be a very fun speed running event. Obviously you're gonna see the TM side right here, so stay tuned for more. Hello, so as you can see, we've already started it. It's been a really rush. We had 7 members still to come in, but for some reason someone hit it, and you know what, There isn't no stopping. We're going for it. As you can see, we are nuking this thing down. We're not wasting any time because obviously there's no extra rewards for being in here apart from obviously being in the top 5 DPS. But for the elite raids, which is what everyone wants to get, we need to be the first to kill it. As you can see, we're smashing through already through a 1/4 of the health. Trying to reposition my camera, ready to kill one of these shamans that might spawn in one of these 2 slots. As you can see here, already switching targets. Nice and easy. Coming straight back into now the giant. So it's a nice and easy fight. As you can see, we're in a nice, really easy position. And now we're just getting 4 big DPS. Everyone's focusing straight down. This is why I've got a Gwanwyn and Nico. It's just so much single target DPS that you need. And obviously AoE damage does not compete when it comes to a single target burst. So as you can see, it's like, show me all you got. That's one of the big AoEs you need to dodge. But if you're the tank player, as you can see, it's really easy. We're going to have to dodge it in a moment, as you can see. So I just move a little bit out and then I move back where he just hit, as you can see, and we're all good now. So now we move back into DPSing. Nice easy movement for the fight. Almost got it down, 280k, easy fighting, not even a sweat for this because obviously this is not the elite raid. And in a moment we might get another phase. We've got to be careful. If you're wondering if you need, there it is already, you need to watch these right and left sides because the portals spawn and then you get to see the units. So obviously, as you can see, I am a absolute DPS machine, retargeting and helping out as fast as we can. I'm charging up my shadow blades right here ready, so when it comes out of this section, just repositioning right now. Yeah, as soon as we come out of this now and we're in and DPSing, I can go into my Shadow Blades here. Big DPS change with the skill cycle. So as you can see, we got it down 150k health, 140k, 130. We are absolutely shredding it. I'm going to have to get ready to move in a second. The way I'm going to do this is abuse the mechanic itself. So as you can see, it's just hit there. So now I'm going to move into that quadrant where it's just hit because I know I'm safe. And then there we go, back into DPS. It's simple as that, guys, if you're an archer player. Nice and easy. 6k, 3k, and we have killed it. Nice and smooth. So I think we might be the first to do it. We just need to cleanse it now, but we'll obviously stay tuned for more, and I will give you the DPS rankings. And here we go, guys. Here's the victory screen. Let's get to see our DPS. And I am rank 4 in the Alliance for DPS here. As you can see, just showcasing here some true mechanical skill. You do not need to be the biggest whale in the Alliance as long as you've got the right mechanics and the right talent set up, as you can see. And the reason I'm even happier is because now if we go into these reports here, I'm going to get some extra goodies because of the raid, right? Congratulations, you had 4th. I ranked number 4 in the Alliance, so I got 2 gold keys and 4 of those amazing silver keys that no one really cares about. However, what we need to check is the progress on this. We can go into status, click giants. There's 2 here on the timer, so we need to know obviously who killed it first, right? So if we click the event, go on to Behemoth Hunter, we can't see currently the rankings on it. It won't show us, but if we go on here, will it go and show? It won't. So we're gonna have to wait and see the actual timers. I think we might be first. If not, it's gonna be a very tight timer, as you can see, between us. And if we go back into the Organstone just to double check who got it second or first potentially, I believe it was the BDL Alliance here. Let's go and view. It's BDL here. So it might be close who got it first between us or the BDL team. So later on in 4 hours time is going to be that amazing race for the elite raid frames. So hopefully we'll see who gets them and obviously get that covered. So if you enjoyed this video on the obviously grade and a commentary on how to kill it, you know, subscribe to the channel, guys. This is what I'm trying to do for my day job, hopefully in the future. It's one of them things that I do passionately love doing. I know you guys love my videos and love the content that I put out, so subscribe, like and comment. It'd be amazing to get those numbers up now, and when we do, obviously it's going to be better because I can obviously give back to the community, and that's what I'm hoping to do. So with that all in mind, that is us on our first kill. We're going to have another one in a second. I'm not going to record that because it's going to be just as quick, but it will be with a different match setup, just to have some testing purposes, as you'll see. But that is me, MrSneakyy, out. I'm teasing. Here's another little bit. This is the second giant kill after everything we've just witnessed, just to see if we get another high DPS ranking. So let's just stay tuned for more, and we'll get the DPS rating for the second giant kill, and we have a third one to go. So let's see how consistent we can get with this build. And obviously my troops, I've not refreshed, this is all in one go, so we'll soon see how well we do. But this is us just quickly purifying it, and then when we come back we'll have the DPS rank. So here we go, we're about to purify it, and let's see what the DPS rankings for the second raid kill we have just done with lower troops. Rank 6 in the alliance. We had a full 40 raid this time, so let's go down and quickly showcase everyone that was in this raid, just to put props up for everyone for, you know, competing and obviously being online and participating. So congratulations to all the members here. This is the top, obviously, 5 you can see, beating fellow YouTuber Hulkden Gamer. He's running the Kanara and Nico combo, and as you can see, I'm running Gohan with Nico, an epic commander, and with the right talent pages and obviously being better mechanically, you're able to do more damage. So you can beat these players if you are obviously tracking yourself, right? So that is the second raid. I hope you enjoyed it. We have one more to go, so don't worry, stay tuned, hit the subscribe and like if you're enjoying this content. And that is me, MrSneakyy. As you can see, we are at the third giant right now. So we took the first one located here, this was the second one, and now we are at the third one. As you can see, as a comparison, I thought which would be a really good part for the video before it ends up. I thought we'd do another full raid, but this time it's going to be all the mages. So you can see me running a Lilia and Valen combo. We've got Celestial Mages. If you're looking for bringing the best mage type, it should be those, or the Wilderberg ones to increase attack. But the Celestial ones gain more damage the longer they stood still, and it's a really easy thing to do with the mages on this particular one, because you can stand about where I'm at, and you're going to be able to abuse that mechanic quite easily, fighting the left and right, as you're going to see shortly. But I thought it'd be a really interesting comparison video to see how much damage, you know, the mage does compared to my archers. My archers was dealt 40k in the last raid, and it obviously had less troops from the first, but the first did deal over 47.2k, so that was almost on average around 43,000, 44,000, depending on if I had more troops. You know, I would have probably dealt more damage in that second raid, right? So let's see how much damage the mage deals in comparison in the raid again. There's going to be hopefully a full 40 of us in here. We're just waiting for this last member, as you can see, to walk in, and then we'll be hitting the go button. I've got the Phoenix Eye. This is, I think, level 2, almost level 3 on obviously the skill. Just need to be lucky and get that unlocked. But if you enjoy the video, guys, remember, smash the like, comment and subscribe. And without further ado, here we go. We are going into the raid, and nice and easy. I might have attacked a little bit too early there, but I knew from magic attacks you don't get too much aggro on the actual giant there. You don't deal enough physical, so the tank is able to actually take the aggro. But the problem right here is someone with one of the archers is dealing too much damage and is taking the aggro. But the beauty of the mage, as you can see here, you just simply outrange the entire giant. You should be able to stand still as well and not really pay attention too much to what's going on, apart from obviously when these two guys spawn. spawn, which you can see right now, and a simple click like this and I'm already on them and it's dead. You know, that's as simple it is. And I'm already going back onto this because the bottom one has spawned on this side. So we're just maintaining our momentum, maintaining our stacks, hopefully, of damage from the Celestial buff, right? Keeping that damage up, increasing the amount of damage we deal. We've gone the full skill tree so far, and we're mitigating health. So hopefully we're dealing a massive amount of damage through the skill burst as a mage player. But I think you guys might be surprised, as well as me, on where my ranking might be placed at the end of this. I don't think I'm going to be low, but I don't think I'm going to be too high either. But it'll be surprising to see with this combo of Valen and Lilia. As you can see, I just simply outrange it there. It was aiming at me, and I still don't need to move. So that's, like I said, the beauty of mage players. It's very noob friendly. That's why I always suggest for a free-to-play player to be playing these mages, because these mages are just too good to do. You know, you just got so much free, I don't know, it's so easy to play because you don't have to move as much. You know, it's very far, you deal really good damage as well because it's fun. You can make some insane builds, and you've got some great artifacts, right? So this is why we're enjoying the mages at the moment. I'm gonna have to move right now just because that is in a nasty position, but we just came out of the range, and now we go back into quickly DPSing. As you can see, I'm only had to move once then, just because of just the positioning of that giant. But we did get the kill, so let's go and purify it with Lilia here. And then at the end of the video, we're going to see the final DPS rankings for the third giant on TM and CS on Super Server 1, so stay tuned. And here we are at the finale of the video, the last 10 seconds before we finish. Remember guys, hit the subscribe, like and comment. I know I say it so much, but I need more of those fans and more of you to hit the button. But here is the final DPS rankings. Let's see what the mages do compared to the archers. We are rank 16 and we only did somehow only 24,000, nearly 25,000 DPS. So as you can see, it's a massive difference. I would have been able to hit again within this top 5 ranking if I played my archers, quite easily hitting 40k without a problem. So that just shows I just missed out on some rewards. If only I picked my archers. But as you guys can see, for the evidence is here right on show, the difference between rocking mages and rocking your archer players. As you can see, the top is all archers. I am the first mage player here, and then we have a second one just below. But again, all the other mages are getting even lower, and they're even lower, as you can see. So this is what you don't want to be using in these raids. So if you enjoyed the video, again guys, I will be leaving it there. That is me, MrSneakyy, with all the giant kills on Super Server 1 so far. Hopefully later on in 4 hours time we get those elite raid kills, so stay tuned if I get that footage recorded. But for now, that is me, so peace out.